What's up guys, PowerManiac720 here, and I have for you round 2 from the March 1st Springfield Premier Challenge where I used my Sun team. So round 1 I got bodied pretty hard by Zach's Trick Room team. Round 2 I ended up playing a Rain team, which I figured if I could just take out the Polytoad and preserve my Ninetales, I'm going to win it because I'll have, Sun up against a Rain team, which, isn't great since, it's not the best matchup ever, but it's not horrible either. So my opponent leads Talonflame and Polytoad. And I lead Shiftry Salamence again, which is a lead I used, 2 rounds in a row, which is weird because I don't ever use the Rain, ever. I don't ever lead Shiftry Ninetales. Wow, I don't ever not lead Shiftry Ninetales. Like, if I lead Ninetales, I lead Shiftry. If I don't lead one, I don't lead either. But I switch to Ninetales to reset the weather. And also I figure I'm going to take an Ice Beam into that slot. And then I just go for the Fake Out onto Talonflame, which does, a nice sizable chunk of damage. And Polytoad does indeed go for the Ice Beam onto Ninetales, so pretty good turn for me. I get the Sun in, and I switch out Ninetales, fully expecting Polytoad to switch out, and I need to preserve this Ninetales. And I switch Mence back in to get my second Intimidate off onto this Talonflame. And my opponent actually goes for the Helping Hand with Talonflame, and ends up going for the Brave Bird, which I was totally fine with because either it hits Mence and I take probably half damage, or it hits Shiftry and it takes down my Sash, which that's what ends up doing, is it takes Shiftry down to its Sash, which, like I said, I'm perfectly fine with. And I just want to get this Talonflame off the field because Ninetales doesn't like taking Brave Birds, so I just knock it off and I pick up the KO, which is nice. And I end up knocking off its Skyplate, so that's good to know in case I happen to play this person in a future round. So now Conkeldurr comes in, and I switch out Shiftry, and I switch Ninetales back in just so I can get a little more offensive pressure. And then Polytoad comes out, which is kind of, and then Kingdra comes in. So this next turn, not this turn, the next turn ends up being like the biggest turn in the match. It completely baffled me how it happened. But anyway, so to this turn first though, I ended up protecting with Mence just to play it safe. And he ends up going for the Mach Punch onto Ninetales. So now I get to the preserve Shiftry at least. And Mach Punch does so much. So I switch out Ninetales expecting Polytoad to come in. And I figured he's going to protect with Kingdra so he can get the Swift Swim boost next turn. So I just go for the Double Edge right onto Conkeldurr's spot. Figuring either I KO Conkeldurr or I KO Polytoad. But you're going to see here he doesn't protect with the Kingdra. And so I told him, that was a really, really good play. I wasn't expecting that. And, I thought you were going to protect, and he goes, well, I was going to protect, but I thought that Swift Swim activated when I switched in, which is why I didn't protect. And so I basically, I get KO'd here because he didn't know the mechanics of Swift Swim, which was really annoying, because, I just thought he outplayed me, which would have been fine, but, the fact that it happened because of not knowing the mechanics of the game is really frustrating. I guess... it worked out for him, so I can't really complain. And he has White Herb, which actually ends up being really helpful for him, too. So I switch Ninetales in, and he switches in Conkeldurr. So at least I get the Sun up the rest of the game, which is really nice. So I go for the Fake Out, hit that Conkeldurr so I don't get Mach Punched. Heat Wave comes out. There's a very nice chunk. This was also surprising. Oh, sorry, not this. Sorry, next turn. My bad. Anyway, so that happened. Ice Beam knocks out my Shiftry. So this next turn, Sun's up. He's got Kingdra without a boosting item. And, Ninetales has pretty solid special defense. And Conkeldurr Wide Guards, which I was not expecting. So Heat Wave is not able to KO either. Obviously, wouldn't KO the Kingdra, but wasn't able to KO the Conkeldurr. Then he goes for the Hydro Pump, and I'm figuring, alright, well, that's not going to KO me. And it does. And, Ninetales isn't particularly bulky, but it does have base 100 defense. The Sun is up. It's a water attack. I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't have happened. So he goes for the Mach Punch, which brings Terrakion down to, a quarter health. And I go for the Close Combat, knowing I need to knock it out, and I do. So basically, I need Hydro Pump to miss, and then I need, some luck at this point. The Wide Guard, like I said, was definitely the turning point in this match, for sure. So he goes for the Hydro Pump, and I actually miss it. So I protect this turn because I'm trying to weigh out my options, figuring do I go for Rock Slide Punches or do I hope that Close Combat picks up the KO. I decided that Rock Slide Punches were the way to go. I needed one Rock Slide Punch and then I could Close Combat for the win. I don't get it though, and he Dracos and KOs me for the win. I did the calculation after, and Rock Slide was the right call because the max my Close Combat could have done was like 84%. So that's game 2. I'm 0-2 at this point. I have Zach who keeps winning, which is good for my resistance, and hopefully this guy keeps winning. But I know I need to win out and like pray for some really good resistance to make top cut. So stay tuned for round 3, guys. Bye.